What's going on, football fans? If you've been wondering why we're not seeing Nakobe Dean, the Eagles' third-round pick, it's because T.J. Edwards and Kaiser White are playing at an extremely high level, and especially T.J. Edwards, I'm going to focus on here. That man is on a Pro Bowl caliber season to begin this, and it's not fluky at all. Like we're going to go through the tape. He plays so well. You're in for a treat. Let's get to it. This play is absolutely phenomenal by T.J. Edwards. Washington running the ball here, pretty much going with a split zone, but with a lead blocker coming in here with the two running back personnel here. So basically, considering this guy, he's lined up as a wing, but you can pretty much say 21 personnel with the two running backs there. So they're running a zone with the offensive line and split zoning it with the tight end, and then they have a lead blocker in the fullback who's coming in here. So the problem for the Eagles here is they only have 5 guys in the line, and Maddox outside the box. So a light box for the Eagles, and really it doesn't make sense compared to how heavy Washington is on the offensive personnel right here. So when they're coming out here, you can see what's happening. The tight end is the split zoning tight end right here, who's going to come back and crash the defensive end. He's going to leave that gap open. That is TJ's gap, but also it creates an extra gap there. So then you have the fullback coming in, who creates another gap on that side, and the only one there to fill it is TJ was an Avonte Maddox, and Avonte Maddox is playing outside of the gap. Now this play is made. The only reason this isn't a massive play for Washington is because of T.J. Edwards. He has the offensive lineman shooting right up for him, almost to begin with here. The left tackle here is shooting right up for him. Beautiful block shed on the inside, and takes the running back head on to limit this play. What would have been a massive gain with a lead blocker there for the running back, and he limits that to about 5 yards, despite all favors being with the offense in terms of numbers. Jailbreak screen for Washington. Look at TJ on this play. This is yet another high-level play from him. So he's coming out here. Read pass first. Sees, all right, lineman disappearing. He gets out there already. And the angle he takes here is so key not to get caught up in the traffic of the offensive lineman. He splits these two inside offensive linemen going ass side of number 2 and limits this play on third down to only a few yards. These linemen, they have enough blockers out there for this to be a massive gain. And it becomes nothing only because the T.J. Edwards on this play. Let's take a look from the box as well. To see the angle he takes there. Because use your speed to your advantage when you're out there against the offensive lineman. If you're going to go head up on them, they're going to win because of the weight. Simple as that. But when you're out there, you can more maneuver than when you're in the box. When you're in the box, it's physicality. It's shutting down the gaps. But when you're out here, you win when you can kind of take angles that they can't get to. Really, the easiest way to defeat the screens. Hell of a play. Good shit. I love Jonathan Allen blitzing T.J. Edwards because he's so good at it. He's so physical and violent. He's go full speed, and he sheds everything in his way. So right here, he's the free rusher of the A gap. Primary responsibility is the running back to block him. He doesn't give a shit. Plows through that. We saw the exact same thing last week and the week before that, where T.J. Edwards just smothers the running backs when he's in on the blitzes, and it creates so much pressure, so it allows the defense to play tight man underneath or behind it. Love it. Another pressure here, where he's kind of emulating a cross blitz in the A gaps with Jordan Davis. So he's going to be shooting for the strong side A gap there, and Jordan Davis is kind of loop around that. So it creates a lane for Jordan. He gets the initial pressure. TJ spins out of it and gets the sack. Good combination. All right, so here are Eagles running what looks like a cover 2 man, and TJ Edwards has responsibility for the running back. He releases out the backfield. He stays in and pass blocks here, so he's going to drop into an underneath shallow zone. And take a look at his eyes here. As he's dropping back, he keeps his eyes out there all the way. That's where Carson has his eyes, so he emulates that. So even if any inbreakers are coming in there to help out the DBs to that side, you see it right here as well. All right, reads pass, gets his eyes out there, and then as Carson gets out the pocket, beautiful trigger, good hit. A play here to kind of illustrate what goes on beyond the stats in the running game. This really shows how well Kaiser White and TJ Edwards are working in combination. Here we have a 4-man front for the Eagles. Washington running a power. So we're going to have one of the offensive linemen here pulling to the right side. It's going to be the left tackle in this case right here. So when you have the offensive lineman pulling, like we've been discussing in many other, talking about in many other videos, the gaps change. So right here off the pre-snap, Kaiser White is responsible for the B gap to that side, TJ Edwards for the A gap. When we're going to have a puller here, everything changes of that. Then you want the linebackers to shuffle. So TJ Edwards' gap is going to be dependent on where the offensive lineman is going to go here. He's going to go ass side of that in the new gap that he creates. And Kaiser White is going to shuffle to the outside there on the play side. And in theory, Avonte Maddox would be having the backside pursuit. So look at there. TJ Edwards shuffle there at the snap. Gonna get that one more time here. He notices, right? He sees the puller, right? Pull, shuffle. He declares. That's when you go. So he goes right there up the ass side of where the puller declares. That is the new gap, the inside that is his responsibility. Kaiser White. Let's take a look at him. And he sees it right there. He sees the puller as well. All right, shooting outside. He has the outside contained there, and he has no cutback lane because of TJ Edwards. And then a missed tackle by Josh Sweat. And we're kind of missing a backside defender there, but really not limited to a minimal game. All right, so here we're playing cover 2. We have the motion to the bottom of the screen here. So to the boundary, we have trips. TJ Edwards is playing hook to curl here in the cover 2 defense. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is playing the 3-hole. You can see that. He relates to number 3. TJ Edwards relates to number 2. So number 3 here, number 2 here. TJ relates to the inside of number 2 as hook to curl rules apply. And when Carson checks it down here, beautiful trigger by TJ. He's right there when he catches the ball. And it doesn't matter if you make a pretty tackle when you're out there, as long as the running back doesn't get any yards. So if you can't hit him straight line, hang on for dear life. Hang on to anything. Some of your teammates will be there and will get the tackle for you. Beautiful drop. Gets his eyes out there. Active eyes in zone. So kind of relating the zone coverage to where your number 2 receiver is going to be, and then shoot up there for the check down. Back-to-back plays right here, just to show you TJ's eyes in zone coverage, because I get so happy when I see this. Zone coverage is not just zone coverage. Like, you don't just drop to one area and then stay there. You drop relative to where the receivers are going. So right here, he's playing hook to curl. He's relating to number 2 while staying true to the inside of number 3. He has his eyes out here. He never looks at the quarterback. He has his eyes out there because that he's going to relate to whatever the wide receivers are doing when he's on that side. Active eyes. Look at the next rep here. That's even better. Let me just go right here. All right, here. Once again, line up right here. Look at how he relates to the post right here. Active eyes. Looking outside. Looking back at the quarterback. Looking outside. He sees, right, we got the in-breaking route underneath. He's going to pick that up. He's going to relate to that. Keep his eyes on the quarterback, eyes out there. Eyes on the quarterback, eyes back outside. So always, like, my coach always told me, hey, keep your head in a swivel when you're running out in the zone. If you're a man, you clear and obviously know what you're going to get. That's the guy you have. Perfect. Zone, keep your head in a swivel. Always look at the quarterback. Look at your zone responsibility rules. Because otherwise, you're not going to know what's going on behind you. TJ knows exactly the in-breaker that is coming right behind him here. Good shit to see. Just to finish up on that, here we have cover 2 where he's playing a 3-hole defender. We saw cover 2 where he's the hook to curl defender. Now he's the 3-hole defender. He's relating primarily to the final number 3, the final third receiver coming to the inside. And right here, that is the seam of the tight end. Again, keeping his eyes on him, getting an eye on the quarterback. Love it. Once again, he uses some of the production of his nice zone dropping technique here. Receiver goes inside. Nice pass breakup. Your failed 2-point conversion for Washington is made up all by TJ Edwards. Look at the eyes here. He realizes, all right, we got a running back coming out of the backfield. That is exactly the guy Carson Wentz wants. He can't throw that initially because of TJ. He has to hesitate a couple seconds, and Epps get the pick. Otherwise, he's left all alone. Nice awareness there by TJ. High quality cover 2 drop right here. He's the 3-hole defender. What do the 3-hole defenders do? They relate to the number 3 to the strong side. What does the number 3 to the strong side do? He runs deep. It doesn't matter if it's Terry McLaurin or if it's a tight end. Look at the drop here for TJ. Reads it immediately. There he comes here. Gets his eyes out there. He was fine on the 3. Going deep there. Has him all the way. So he's a tremendous tackler. He fits gaps in the run game like this. Reads it, diagnoses it, plays physical, tackles well. His eyes in coverage improved massively. Constant active eyes in the zone. Relates to receivers at a level up there. Efficient as a blitzer. Violent. Goes right through the running backs and gets the pressures. Not much not to like about TJ right now.